Okay, so picture this. You're on a beach in Thailand, right? Waves are like gently lapping at your feet. You get a cool drink in hand, and you're completely surrounded by luxury. Sounds pretty nice, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the scene that Banyan Tree Residences Sichon is trying to paint for us. And we're diving deep today into an article all about it. This development is already making a lot of buzz, but what really caught my eye was their partnership with, wait for it, Mercedes-Benz. So today we're going to unpack what exactly this development is offering, where exactly this slice of paradise is hiding, and why it's making waves in the real estate world.
It is fascinating how they're combining this luxury lifestyle with what's being presented as this almost undiscovered destination, Sichon. I think it speaks to this growing trend of seeking out authenticity, this desire to go beyond the typical tourist hotspots. And their luxury emotion of just pure marketing genius. They brought together potential buyers, real estate experts, and really anyone who is dreaming of that high-end lifestyle for an exclusive preview.
Ooh, that sounds amazing. The article mentioned they held the event at these stunning seaside villas, so they were already giving guests a taste of that luxury life.
Yeah.
But let's talk location. Sichon. It's in southern Thailand, right? What's the appeal?
So Sichon is being positioned as this hidden gem, a peaceful retreat away from the crowds. The article even quotes Mr. Ravi Chandran, who is the executive director of the developer Orasaya property, describing Sichon as a step back in time with pristine natural beauty and a captivating, peaceful atmosphere.
Yeah.
So they're really leaning into that desire for authentic experiences, something truly unique.
I can practically feel the serenity already, but it's not like you're totally off the grid, right?
Exactly. Accessibility is key, even for those who are looking for that secluded escape. It's just a quick 35-minute drive from Nakhon Si Thammarat Airport, a 1-hour flight from Bangkok, or if you're feeling a bit adventurous, a 45-minute speedboat ride from Koh Samui. So you get that secluded feel without having to sacrifice convenience.
That's the perfect balance.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get down to it. These residences, what are we talking about here?
The project is still under development, which I think is interesting in itself. But get this. It's set to be the first branded luxury residential development in Nakhon Si Thammarat. That means that they're the pioneers, the first to bring this level of luxury to the region.
And beachfront, of course. Prime real estate. Now, let's be honest, this kind of luxury comes with a price tag.
Oh, they are not shying away from that at all. Starting prices are a cool THB $85 million for beachfront villas and THB $65 million for seaview villas. So this isn't just real estate. It's an investment in a very specific lifestyle. And that brings us to the Banyan Tree brand itself. They're known for their luxury resorts and their commitment to sustainability. So anyone familiar with the brand already has a certain set of expectations.
High expectations for sure. Speaking of expectations, let's talk amenities. The article mentions a private clubhouse, a restaurant, a wellness center, an infinity pool. Did I miss anything? It sounds like they've thought of everything.
And then some. Direct beach access naturally. They are really crafting a self-contained world of luxury, catering to every whim. It reflects a trend we're seeing in these high-end developments, creating a complete experience where residents have everything they need right at their fingertips. But if we connect this to the bigger picture, southern Thailand itself is becoming increasingly popular as a destination.
The article quoted Mr. Stuart Redding, who is the managing director of Banyan Group Property Development, saying that Nakhon Si Thammarat is a short hop from well-established destinations like Phuket and Samui, and that southern Thailand is brimming with potential.
And that's key for investors. This isn't just about owning a beautiful property, it's about being part of a region that is on the rise. They're not just selling a villa, they're selling a piece of a future hotspot. And to sweeten the deal, they've incorporated the Banyan Living rental management program.
Okay, break that down for us. What exactly is that? Is it like Airbnb but fancier?
It's definitely a step above your typical rental platform. It allows owners to lease their properties for both short and long stays, generating income when they're not using the villa themselves. This is a huge selling point for those looking at this as an investment opportunity and not just a second home. Imagine owning a luxurious beachfront villa and having it work for you even when you're not there.
That's brilliant. It makes owning a slice of paradise even more enticing. And you mentioned sustainability, which is a big deal these days, especially for a brand like Banyan Tree. They're talking about working with local authorities to ensure sustainable practices. But let's circle back to this Mercedes-Benz partnership. Because, come on, who wouldn't be intrigued by that?
It's such a strategic move to link this development with a very specific lifestyle. Mercedes-Benz provided 9 new models for guests to test drive, courtesy of Benz Phuket and Primage Auto House. Imagine just cruising along those scenic coastal roads in your luxury car, the ocean breeze in your hair. It just adds another layer of aspiration to the whole experience.
Wait, hold up. So they're basically saying this is the kind of car you'll be driving when you own a villa here. It's brilliant marketing. They're associating the development with a certain level of prestige, a lifestyle that many aspire to. But it does raise the question, who exactly are they targeting with this partnership?
That's a great question. And it reveals a lot about their target market. It suggests they're aiming for a buyer who appreciates not just luxury, but a specific kind of luxury. Someone who understands the value of a strong brand association. Someone for whom a Mercedes-Benz isn't just a car, it's a statement.
So it's about more than just the bricks and mortar. They're selling an entire lifestyle, a vision of what it means to live well. But there's also the financial side of things. The article did mention that the event was well received with a lot of interest from potential buyers.
It's not surprising. Combine the allure of a pristine location like Sichon, the luxurious reputation of the Banyan Tree brand, and the potential for strong returns on investment. And you've got a winning formula. They're not just appealing to emotions, they're appealing to logic and financial savvy as well.
It's a smart strategy. They're highlighting the investment potential going beyond just the rental income, suggesting that southern Thailand itself is a rising star in the real estate world. But let's be honest, luxury real estate often comes with a certain level of, shall we say, exclusivity.
That's a very insightful observation. It begs the question, what are the implications of creating these enclaves of luxury in a world where many are struggling to make ends meet?
It's like we've peeled back the layers of this seemingly straightforward real estate development and uncovered a whole web of social and economic considerations.
That's the beauty of a deep dive. It allows us to move beyond the surface and explore the nuances and complexities of a topic.
And in this case, it's led us to some thought-provoking questions about the nature of luxury and the impact of our choices as consumers and investors. But I think we need to take a break here and really delve into these questions in our next segment, because this conversation is just getting started.
You're absolutely right. It's easy to get swept up in the allure of luxury, but it's crucial to consider the bigger picture. What does it mean to invest in a lifestyle that by its very nature is exclusive?
Exactly. It makes you think about who this dream lifestyle is truly accessible to and the potential social and economic implications of creating these high-end enclaves.
It raises questions about the distribution of wealth and resources. Are we creating a world where only a select few can enjoy such extravagance while others struggle to meet basic needs? It's a complex issue with no easy answers.
It definitely makes you think about the responsibility that comes with investing in luxury real estate. But before we get too deep into the philosophical side of things, let's zoom back in on the development itself. We talked about sustainability, but what does that actually look like in practice? Are they walking the walk or just talking the talk?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The article mentions that Banyan Tree Residences Sichon is committed to environmental responsibility, but we need to go beyond the buzzwords. Discerning buyers should be asking tough questions. What building materials are being used? How are they managing energy and water consumption? What about waste management and the impact on the local ecosystem?
So how do we get those answers? Is it all about digging deeper into the developer's claims, or are there independent sources we can consult? Because let's be real, marketing materials always paint a rosy picture.
You're right to be skeptical. Look for evidence beyond the glossy brochures. See if they've received any certifications or independent assessments of their sustainability practices. Have they partnered with local authorities or environmental organizations? Transparency is key.
It sounds like due diligence is crucial when considering investment like this. We can't just be swayed by beautiful beaches and luxury cars.
Absolutely, you hit the nail on the head. Due diligence is crucial with any investment, but especially with something as significant as a luxury property in a foreign country.
So walk us through it. What are the key things potential buyers should be looking at?
Firstly, research the developer Usaya property thoroughly. What's their track record? Have they delivered on their promises in the past? Secondly, delve into the legal aspects of owning property in Thailand. Are there any restrictions for foreign investors? What are the tax implications? And thirdly, scrutinize the details of the Banyan Living rental management program. What are the management fees? How is revenue shared? What are the owner's responsibilities? Don't be afraid to ask tough questions and get everything in writing.
It's a good reminder that there's more to it than just the stunning imagery and luxurious amenities. Speaking of amenities, we talked about the wellness center, but haven't really explored why it's such a prominent feature.
That's a great observation. It's not just a random add-on. It reflects a broader trend in luxury travel, a growing focus on holistic well-being. High net worth individuals are increasingly prioritizing experiences that nourish their mind, body, and soul. They're seeking more than just indulgence, they're seeking rejuvenation and personal growth.
So it's not just about pampering yourself, it's about investing in your well-being.
Precisely, the Wellness Center becomes a symbol of this lifestyle shift. It's a place where residents can access personalized fitness programs, spa treatments, and perhaps even mindfulness or yoga retreats. It adds another dimension to the luxury experience.
It's like they're curating a lifestyle that caters to every aspect of a person's well-being, not just their material desires.
Exactly, and that's a powerful selling point. It taps into a deeper human need for balance and fulfillment.
Okay, so we've explored the location, the brand, the amenities, the investment potential, and even the marketing strategy behind Banyan Tree Residence Sichon. But what about the elephant in the room, the Mercedes-Benz partnership? We touched upon it earlier, but I think it deserves a deeper dive.
I agree. It's more than just a flashy marketing ploy. It's a strategic move to solidify the development's position within a specific market segment.
So who are they targeting? What message are they sending by associating themselves with a luxury car brand like Mercedes-Benz?
They're appealing to a global elite, a discerning buyer who appreciates the finer things in life. This partnership reinforces the image of exclusivity and sophistication. It tells potential buyers that this isn't just any residential development, it's a community of like-minded individuals who value luxury style and a certain level of status. Remember that test drive experience along those scenic coastal roads. They're not just selling a car, they're selling a lifestyle.
It's like they're creating a mini-universe, a self-contained world where every detail from the architecture to the car you drive reinforces a certain image.
That's a great way to put it. They're crafting a cohesive narrative, a lifestyle brand that extends beyond just the physical property.
And it's clearly resonating with a certain segment of buyers, but it also raises some interesting questions about the evolving definition of luxury. Is it still just about opulence and exclusivity, or is there something more to it?
That's a question worth pondering as our world becomes more interconnected and we face pressing issues like climate change and inequality. The concept of luxury is evolving. Perhaps true luxury is no longer about ostentatious displays of wealth, but about creating a sustainable and fulfilling lifestyle that aligns with our values.
So are you saying that the future of luxury might be less about keeping up with the Joneses and more about creating a meaningful and responsible lifestyle, one that considers the impact our choices have on the world around us?
That's a very insightful observation. Perhaps the true luxury will lie in experiences that enrich our lives and the lives of others, not just in material possessions.
It's like we've gone from discussing beachfront villas in Thailand to redefining the very essence of luxury. It's amazing how a single article can spark such a wide-ranging conversation.
That's the power of a deep dive. It allows us to connect the dots, to see the bigger picture, and to challenge our assumptions. And in this case, it's prompted us to consider what truly matters in life.
But I think it's time we wrap up this segment and really dive into those deeper questions about the future of luxury. In our next and final segment, stay tuned because things are about to get really interesting. Okay, so we're back and ready to really tackle this big question that's been looming over our deep dive into Banyan Tree Residences Sichon. We've talked about luxury amenities and these savvy marketing strategies and even the ethics of exclusivity. But now it's time to explore what this all means for the future of luxury itself.
It really is a fascinating evolution that we're seeing. For decades, luxury was defined by material possessions, exclusivity, and a certain detachment from the everyday world. But as we all become more aware of global issues like climate change and social inequality, that definition is really being challenged.
So are we moving towards a more conscious form of luxury, one that considers not just personal indulgence, but also our impact on the planet and on society?
I think it's definitely a possibility. We're seeing a growing demand for sustainable practices, ethical sourcing, and a deeper connection to local communities. So luxury travelers and investors are looking for experiences that align with their values and not just their wallets.
It makes you wonder if the future of luxury might actually be about inclusivity, not exclusivity. Could it be about creating a world where everyone can thrive, where environmental stewardship is paramount, and where personal fulfillment goes hand in hand with collective well-being?
That's a powerful vision, and it's something we're already seeing reflected in some innovative developments around the world. Imagine eco-luxury resorts that are not only stunning but also carbon neutral, communities that prioritize social equity alongside high-end amenities, and brands that champion ethical production and empower local artisans. Perhaps true luxury will lie in creating a world that's beautiful, sustainable, and just for everyone.
Wow, that's a big shift. It's like we're moving from a me-centered approach to luxury to a we-centered one. But what does this mean for developments like Banyan Tree Residences Sichon? How can they adapt to this evolving definition of luxury?
Well, they can start by going beyond just the surface level of sustainability. It's not enough to just say you're eco-friendly. You have to prove it.
Sure.
Transparency is key. So highlight their specific environmental practices, showcase their commitment to community engagement, and demonstrate how they're creating a positive impact on the local ecosystem and economy.
So it's not just about what you offer within the development itself,
Yeah.
but also how you engage with the world outside your gates. It's about being a responsible neighbor,
Yeah.
a good citizen, and a force for positive change.
Exactly. And that's a message that resonates with this new generation of luxury consumers. They're looking for brands and developments that share their values, that are making a difference in the world.
It's like we've gone from discussing a specific luxury development in Thailand to redefining the very essence of luxury itself. And it all started with a single article.
That's the beauty of a deep dive. It takes us on this journey of discovery, challenging our assumptions, and expanding our perspectives. And sometimes it leads us to unexpected insights about the world and ourselves.
So to wrap things up, what would you say is the key takeaway from our deep dive into Banyan Tree Residences Sichon and the future of luxury?
I think the key takeaway is that luxury is no longer a static concept. It's evolving, adapting to the changing needs and values of our times. And it's up to us as consumers and investors to shape that evolution. By demanding more from the brands we support and places we choose to live, we can help create a future where luxury is synonymous with sustainability, inclusivity, and a deep respect for our planet and each other.
That's a powerful message.
Yep.
And it leaves us with a lot to think about. So to all our listeners out there, we encourage you to keep exploring, keep questioning,
Yeah.
and keep diving deep. Because the future of luxury, and indeed the future of our world, depends on it.